So we rented a beautiful property here in Las Vegas. Isabel and my wife were responsible for finding us a place, and that's a beautiful house. So we thought it'd be cool to show you what happens when two families. So that is the Norton workstation. That is the Pro Physique workstation, and this is the baby workstation. This is the dishes from.
We don't know why.
Actually, Isabel cleans all the dishes all the time, so they're in there drying. Yeah, she doesn't like dirty dishes. I don't mind them. I can be alright. Here comes Donuts and Deadlift himself. There he is. Layne, the man who defies logic. He's gotten leaner since we've gotten here. Yeah, he showed me his glutes last night.
You're lying.
I'm not kidding. What are we doing today? I forget.
Oh,
What do we do every day?
We defend the Constitution.
Curls and tricep extensions.
Oh,
And calves. We do calves.
I'll be defending the Constitution with vigor.
Looks like Isabel's on Facebook.
I am.
Catching up.
Baby's napping. I get to
There's Misty,
troll.
Baby's sleeping.
the team Pro Physique matriarch. Got the baby sleeping. So two babies are sleeping.
Yep.
What will you
Still
girls
out
do?
of the pool.
No?
I'm about to go lay by the pool.
We're hitting the pool.
Yeah, so they're going to hit up the pool. Layne and I are going to go lift
Oh my
and
God,
then
strong
hit up the
like
pool.
that. It's an awesome
So-
spa.
Yeah.
More to come from the lifting. What's going on, peeps? Pro Physique coming to you live from the inside of a grocery getter in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're here for the Olympia weekend. It is Wednesday morning, and after some early morning fuel, it's 9:40 local, so it's 12:40 for us. So we're ready to go lift. So Layne and I are going to go. There's a local gym that is USAPL approved that Layne found. So we're going to pay for a week membership, train there as much as possible. And we got some squats and deadlifts. We'll probably do all three lifts today. Maybe some accessory work, because I think it's going to be a couple days where it's going to be tough to train, right?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do back-to-back 3 lift days. 'Cause I'm gonna squat, bench, and deadlift today, and probably squat, bench, and deadlift tomorrow. Just because I won't be able to on Friday and Saturday. I'm just gonna be full out all day.
Yeah. So
the gym doesn't open till 8, so it's not like you go in at 5 and do it.
yeah, the nice thing about DUP, like if you get your volume in, it might not be ideal on the third day with your AMRAP sets. But what's funny is the way the body adapts. Sometimes you have a better day when you train back-to-back days. Like it doesn't make no sense, man. So
I'm not worried about it. I did small up before and had 2 brutal squat workouts back-to-back, and one day doesn't affect the other day for me.
yeah. So as long as you take care, eat, and recover, we should be fine. And then that way Friday we don't have to stress too much. We got the expo going on. Layne's got God knows how many meetings going on. So you don't have that in the back of your mind.
About tree fitting.
It's about tree fitting meetings. Probably some big news coming up from Layne pretty soon.
It's looking that way.
Probably by the time this video comes out, because I have been slacking on the videos lately. But every time I come to Vegas, we got to shoot some videos. By the way, 2014 is way different than 2013, because last year it was 2 guys about town. We were in and out, popping in every event, everything we could get to. This year we got the babies, the mamas.
Took us 2 hours to get from the airport to the house.
2 hours when we landed, when we actually got out of the airport to get the rental cars.
2 hours after we got in last year, we were training.
Yeah. Yeah, we had been to the hotel, we had showered, we had changed, we had eaten, and we were training.
Nice one.
Yeah, so it's a different kind of trip this year. It's still going to be awesome. Diana Dahlgren's showing up later in the week for the seminar that Layne, her and I are doing, which is going to be awesome. And then obviously all the cool people at the expo that we get to see. And then we got the Team Norton dinner tonight. And then the night after that, we got the myoatmeal.com dinner. And then there'll probably be some other stuff that pops up. But it's going to be fun. So I'll get some footage from the session today. We are about to the gym. Anything else, Layne?
That's it, man.
That's it, man.
That's it, man.
Don't be bitch.
Don't be bitch.
What's going on, guys? This is me squatting in Las Vegas at a gym called Tap Your Fitness, and they were a USAPL approved gym. So Layne and I figured it was pretty close by, and so we would check it out. Right before the Olympia, I actually had a little bit of issue with my knees while I was squatting. So I had really been working on testing out some new form, and this was actually the first time I had gone over 315 pounds. As you can see here, I'm very tentative with my squatting, so I was just kind of feeling sets out during the week. Of course, Dr. Norton had no such issues. He was rocking 65, and then he did 495 the next day. We actually, because of the schedule of the Olympia, we got there on Tuesday, and then we trained on Wednesday and Thursday. Did both of our DUP days, which is kind of rough, squat, bench, and deadlifting back-to-back days like that. But as long as you don't do it too frequently, it's actually not much of a problem. We actually had pretty good sessions on both days. This was still the first day, and so here's another set with me with 315. I'm really trying to work on my bar path. If you watch the bar as it descends, it goes forward. That's something I've been correcting, and I'm actually still correcting it right now. This week I've had a much better week in the gym, and I'm actually getting ready to start a new training block for a powerlifting meet on November 16th. This is me trying to film Layne bench and spot him at the same time. As you see, Layne takes a nice big breath there and braces. Bench press is a very technical lift. You know, the more practice you put into the technique of these lifts, the better you'll do them. This is me benching, I think this is 305, if I remember correctly. I had some weird numbers on bench. I always hate when it's like right around 315 and just under it. But bench press is one of those lifts of mine that has just been going really well along with deadlift. So it's just been super frustrating for me with the squat. But nothing's new there. You know, I've come to grips with the fact that I'm never going to go in the gym and have an easy day squatting. This was 405 no, this was actually 455. I'm not sure what set this is, but I was doing 455 for triples on day one, and then on day two I was doing 480 for singles. And that's all based on my max, which was 535 prior to this block. So I'm confident I'm going to hit a nice deadlift of, you know, somewhere in the 550, 560 range at the meet, which is always exciting whenever you can, you know, go through a training block and make some excellent progress. And the nice thing about this gym was there was really no one in there. You know, a couple people came in while we were there. Actually, Tyler Mayer and Nicole came in while we were there, and it just it was us, you know, training. And the owner of the gym actually came over and filmed Layne while he was lifting, because he was lifting some big numbers, and so I think they got a kick out of seeing Layne lift. And to my surprise, they didn't know who the hell Layne Norton was.
We are back from the gym. Tap Your Fitness, not Tap That Ass. It was called Tap Your Fitness. It is a sanctioned US APL gym, which was very cool. The owners were actually shooting video of Layne's lifts because, you know, he does that kind of shit. So they were really nice people. We had a great workout, squat, bench, and deadlift. I personally was very happy because I'm working on my form, working on really opening my hips, getting my knees out, and I was able to squat 315 today, pain-free completely. Layne had 465 for 5 sets of 7. 4 sets of 7. Made it look easy. And then he had 525 for 5 sets of 5?
4 sets of 5.
4 sets of 5 on the deadlift. I had 455 for 4 triples, which for me I think is a PR. Definitely probably for 4 triples it's a PR. And then Layne did some bench with 285.
5 sets of 4.
5 sets of 4. I had bench 6 sets of 6 with 305, which I actually missed my last rep, so a little rough on the bench today. But all in all, just a fantastic workout. The good news is we're doing it all again tomorrow. And then we got this here pool behind us. I can't even see it. It's so bright out there, that Vegas sun. It's 100 degrees here, but I tell you what, it's completely different than Florida. It feels a lot different. I know it's probably the most cliche thing. It's not the heat, it's the humidity. But it's the fucking humidity, because it feels good here and it's 100 degrees.
Take notes, Florida.
All right, I'm going to jump in the pool later.
Well, here we are, guys. This is actually the second day in a row. This is actually Thursday morning. We are training again at Tap Your Fitness. This is Layne with a set of 495. Damn, I wish I could squat that much weight. I know you guys look at Layne and say, oh, his squat form is really weird, but you know what? He does what he has to do. His bar path is fantastic. He's injury-free, and he squats more than you do. Here's me for the second day in a row, just really trying to focus on
driving my knees out, keeping the bar tight on my back. And you can see there I'm struggling a little bit, but I'm still squatting pain-free, and this was a set of 335. So making progress. You know, my PR a couple weeks before this was 415, and so I'm just hoping that what I can do is get into the next training block healthy and put something, you know, in the mid-4s up at the meet. Now, the reason I'm standing behind Layne is, as you see, there are no safeties here. This is his AMRAP set, so I very rarely spot Layne just because he knows himself so well. But it is 495. It is an AMRAP set. It is the second day in a row that we've been squatting heavy, and so I just did this on my own personal accord. I know Layne would have cut it short before he needed to, but I don't want to be that guy that is there when Layne gets hurt because I didn't spot him. So anyway, this was a really cool AMRAP set, 495. You guys can count the reps. I believe he gets 10 or 11, whatever it is. It's freaking awesome. It's just that's one of those cool numbers, 5 plates. And I gotta say, it's always inspiring to lift with Layne. I mean, the dude just freaking, you might think he's gonna get a rep or two and based on speed, and he just freaking grinds out more, man. He just knows how to get every single potential rep he can. This was the second day deadlifting, and this is 480 for singles. I was a little beat up here, so my bar speed wasn't great. Really working on keeping the bar close to my shins, you know, bar path coming straight up, and I did 480 for 6 singles on this day, and it felt really good. I got them all, no problem. This is another AMRAP set for Layne. I'm not going to try to remember what the weight is there, because one of those 45s is actually a 25, because it just worked out to make my set easier. So I'm not really sure what weight this is for Layne's. If you really want to see a lot more of Layne's training, go over to his channel. He actually has footage of just about all his lifts throughout the week on his training logs. I just like to include his AMRAP sets because they're freaking beastly. As you can see, he doesn't let anything stop him. His freaking radio is falling out, bouncing all over the place. That deadlift platform that we're on, which is very cool, they had built it, but it was super bouncy. It was like when the weights hit, it was like on a mattress almost. You could feel the reverb all the way up the bar. So the bar would actually bounce back and forth around. Not a problem for a rep or two, but when you're doing 10 reps like Layne is here, you can see the plates are moving, and then he gets fried. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Matt Ogus and Chris Lovato. These guys are doing great things. They actually had a booth at the Olympia, which I think is just incredible. Just shows what hard work can really do, because these guys, they've been online doing the internet thing. They come out with a clothing line. They're doing great things in the industry, and I just, just seeing them come up and do this kind of stuff is just inspiring. And then here's some stuff from a date I went on with Misty. really cool restaurant, and we were kind of surprised at the live music that was playing. It was like a music act, and they just kept coming out with different performers. And this was actually my wife's first trip to Las Vegas, so on our date night, we actually decided to just get a view of the Strip. And every time I go to Las Vegas, there's something new. Look at this giant billboard that Aria has. I mean, it's really amazing to see the architecture and all the just amazing. I can't even describe it. Like just the engineering that goes into building a city like Las Vegas is just inspiring. And this is us waiting outside of the Bellagio. The first time I ever went to the Bellagio, about 10 years ago, I saw the fountains, and every time I go back, I just love to see them. So I wanted my wife to see them, even though we were extremely tired. Her feet were killing her. I said, we got to go across the street and check out the fountains and just people watch. Vegas is great for people watching. So here are the fountains of Bellagio. Here is some footage from Saturday at the Olympia. This is, of course, Dana Lynn Bailey, who is without a doubt one of the most popular athletes in the IFBB, man, woman, or anything. She has an amazing presence. Her fans are awesome. Her husband, Rob Bailey, is a bit of an inspiration for me. You know, I love how hard he's worked to get where he's at and his story. And he's actually shared some wisdom with me at the expos, and they're both just great people in the industry, so I really enjoyed watching her on stage. And I was there last year in these same seats, actually closer, when she was crowned Miss Figure Olympia. Here she is in the final two, and then Bob Ciccarella, of course, calls out that she is not the champion for 2014, and you can tell she is genuinely happy for the Brazilian girl that won. And I can tell you there were some serious Brazilian fans in the audience. And here we are at the 212 prejudging, which is a Saturday morning. And I gotta say, you know, everyone is expecting Flex Lewis to dominate this class. And Eduardo Correa came out and he was diced. I mean, you couldn't take your eyes off of him. The one thing that Flex has going for him over Eduardo is, you know, he's got more muscle and he's got a little bit better structure. But I tell you what, with purely the amount of, you know, how shredded Eduardo was, he made this really close, and I am certain that there were more than a few judges that were, you know, leaning toward Eduardo's favor, and so Flex did eventually get the nod there.
Is